No, ignore me. Stokes, what's going on?
Honestly, we're getting right into the bans. That's all I care about. We're going to have Toon Squad banning first here, as they're going to be removing an offender, and you're more than likely going to see either a hard breach or something that they really don't want to play against. Since Toons is on the defense, you might even see a ban of Thatcher here if they really wanted to try and stick with that Kaid. First ban is going to come through. It's going to actually be Ying, so kind of a peculiar one, but they do know that Vicious is a very aggressive roster, so not too far out of reach is that Ying ban, at least for me thinking through that. Vicious going to be the next one to ban. They're going to have the first offense and the first or second offense and the first defensive ban. Glass going to be banned out for them. So two very aggressive operators and two of the ones that really thrive off of aggression and just pure craziness inside of a defensive site. First defensive ban up first for Vicious. It is going to be the Mira. Again, nothing big. Are going to see Mira removed just due to the fact that she is so good on Oregon. In 1 second, guys, here. Hey, production, can you mute your mic when you're typing? Your keyboard is so loud. Are those MX Reds? Is that what that is? Is that what that is? They're Browns? Oh, okay. Get some Reds. God bless. All right. Anyways, Kaid banned. Kaid banned by the defense. So that's going to be the lineup, guys. Ying, Glass, Mira, and Kaid out for at least this map of Oregon between Vicious and Toon Squad.
I want to correct my mistake before I said that Vicious Gaming won their last match. I was looking at the very first play day. Vicious Gaming lost 7-3 to Organized Chaos on the mainstream. That is a huge, well, maybe not a huge upset because Organized Chaos are actually like better than most people think, but that is still a big upset. Vicious Gaming taking an L, a team that many people thought could only be taken down by the Susquehanna Sonics.
Yeah, honestly, and I don't know. I think that this CL season is going to be very, very weird just due to the fact of how many roster changes we've had in CL just from the start. It's been insane. So
we're going to start off with the map. The prep phase is going to be coming in, and look at this. Toon Squad are going to choose to defend on the tower bomb site, which is very strange. Oftentimes you'll see teams start in the basement, you'll see them start on kids' dorms, but no, none of that shenanigans. They're going straight to what a lot of teams consider to be an off-site. They're going to bring it here on towers, and Toon Squad, they play this map quite a bit. Maybe not as much as a map like Clubhouse, but we've seen them played a lot recently, and CCS even, and stuff like that. And they can be quite good on it, and they really tend to like this tower. So I don't think it's a huge, maybe curveball for Vicious Gaming. If Vicious Gaming have been stratting ahead, which is a big if, then they should be expecting this tower, because it's something that Toon Squad brings out quite a lot. But it's always interesting to see, because no other team really likes the bomb site as much as Toon Squad do.
It's just a very awkward site, you know. You see a lot of teams stall out on this site while trying to attack it. It's just due to the fact that it's very hard to grasp, you know. It's very hard to get your hands around and really figure out exactly what you want to do with it. You either try and remove the person in tier 3, get your aggression through there, but more than likely they're going to have the floorboard opened up in order to where you can shoot the person trying to swing in through the window or something along those lines. There's a couple of things that you can really do to take this. Is either take meeting room and take attic, push across, or start at tier 3 and work your way down. But the roam game is going to be the thing that punishes quite a bit here in Toons. It's like they really want to focus on that aggression. You guys see Chef downstairs over by the laundry room.
When we saw them play this against Our Bad last week, they often had somebody in T3, even when they weren't on this bomb site, and it was so effective. When they had, I believe it was their Jaeger playing up top in that T3. It was so effective, and nobody was able to take him out. He was like, you get like 2 or 3 kills around just by sitting up there and people throwing their lives at him. Or if they ignored him, he would just flank and he would be able to get the kill that way. So really, there's been a lot of great play from Toon Squad on this bomb site. Let's see this push starting to come in from Vicious Gaming. You can see they take control of the kids' doors. They're starting to open a way through the attic. They're also, of course, going to put some pressure outside of the tower from the windows if they can get around there. That's going to be pretty important for them. A lot of roam game coming up for Toon Squad. You see Chef down in the basement using that pulse to be able to detect people's heartbeat and find them when they're not expecting it. There's not Q, so we've got to be a little bit worried about Hyena for him coming around. But at the moment, almost a minute left to go in this round, and nobody has gotten aggressive yet.
Both of Doodle's exothermic charges have been used, so no more hard destruction for the offense, but still quite a bit of utility. 2 grenades still on Rexen, and we still have all of the bolts on the Capitao as well. 59 seconds left on the clock, and I believe this is where we're going to start seeing the aggression of this take, or at least in the meeting room, because that seems to be their main focus right now. They have control of that. They might be going for a first floor take here. Bomb's going to be the first victim, and it's going to be Chef with a nitro cell making contact.
Very nicely done. Able to get that from down below, no doubt using that cardiac sensor to aid him in getting that kill. Capitao going down. It's pretty big. It's a big support operator to be able to take off the board. Not a bad gun either that Vicious Gaming are going to be trying to utilize. But go for the plant here, and Doodle, if no pressure gets put on him, doesn't really look like anybody's going to create a spot, but now coming in Factor through the stage, he's going to be able to get a little bit of damage down. It'll be Talon who ends up getting the second kill for his team. Doodle chokes on that gas and makes it a 3-on-5, 15 seconds. The attackers really got to make something happen. They got to find some kills on the board. It's not obviously Vicious Gaming not able to find kills, but that's going to be another one. Factor with the 2K coming around, just getting the last kill, and yes, he will. Not a chance. Drip will go down. Toon Squad can take round number 1.
Well, this is a completely different Toon Squad than what we saw in Clubhouse. I mean, lots of team play coming out, lots of conjoined utility use. As you see the Echo diffuse, or excuse me, stop the plant of the diffuser, a Toxic Babe roll through, and then just an absolute slam fest by the Vigil. They are going to be able to take round number 1. That's going to be Tower, so there's still plenty of sites to go to. And honestly, the shock value right off the bat of going Tower is going to be very weird for the offense, because everybody expects you to go basement or upstairs. So like, all right, we can bring a little bit of something different just in case they do go upstairs, but we don't have to worry about it too much, you know? So let's bring the Thermite or something along those lines where we really don't have to worry about it, and that's about all we need. Whereas right now, they're like, oh crap, we have to attack Tower. All right, I don't think we have the proper utility that we would really want to do that. Didn't really bring that much hard destruction. They brought Doodle on the Thermite, but they didn't have much more to really handle if they wanted to reinforce the far side or the backstage walls or anything along those lines. They didn't have anything to deal with that. They Thermite open attic, they Thermite open pantry. Well, great, you have control of meeting, but now you have to try and get aggressive somewhere. You can't get aggressive on T3, anything along those lines, and they just end up losing the frag game.
Off to a great start, and you sort of mentioned it, the fact that they started on Tower. Toon Squad really don't have a bad bomb site on this map, and that's one of the reasons why, especially recently, they've been so successful on it, because they're able to catch teams off guard. Most teams, they come to Oregon, they say, okay, well, we can win the basement, we can probably win kids, and then, you know, we've got an offsite, we'll just throw away, have a 4-2 defensive half, or 3-3, or whatever it is. But Toon Squad, they really say, you know what, every single bomb site's winnable. Not Kitchen, screw Kitchen. Every playable bomb site, every bomb site they want to play is winnable.
Kitchen is not winnable. It's not winnable at all. I would 100% agree with you, Corn Pop.
Yeah,
I don't know who this other voice is in my head, but I don't know, man. Okay, look, the thing about Kitchen is right when they get small tower open, the wall open, you basically lose unless the person inside a bathroom is able to live. That smoke, traditionally is a smoke plate inside of the showers area. If that smoke's allowed to live, then okay. But if they get the wall open early enough, they just bait out all of your smokes. You have to get aggressive, and more than likely they have the castle barricade you're going to put on the small door open anyway. So they're just going to hold the angle. Right when you have to try and push up to shoot the guy off the couch, you just die, and then they get a free win. There's no point in trying to go to Kitchen. I would much rather see teams go to Tower.
Yeah, and if any team's not going to go to Kitchen, it's Toon Squad. They don't need to. They like Tower quite a bit. The 2 primary bomb sites on this map, of course, they're going to want to go to that when they have the opportunity. But it'll be Bombs who opens things up. That's going to be Factor, the first roamer to go down for 6 quad, Toon Squad that is. And with him falling, that's going to put one more operator down for defenders, but they're not too worried about that, right? That's a guy who they expected to have playing aggressively. You'd like for him to be able to stall out some more time, maybe get a couple more kills. But him going down, it's probably the one operator you're not too worried about losing that Jaeger. Probably his utility is down already. Doodle's starting with the plants, so already it seems like the attackers have gotten quite a bit of ground, despite the fact that we still have 4 defenders sitting in the basement.
They do not have too much meeting control, though, and this might come back to bite them. The Evil Eyes is going to start popping off, but it's going to get shot from the stairs. Diffuser will be dropped, though, as Doodle will run back up the stairs. Does not want to take too much damage from that Toxic Babe. Still a minute left on the clock. So much utility, and Hyena is going to be holding the flank. Rainbow going to find a kill. It's going to be bombs, and that means no more Capitao bolts. A little bit of dock action coming out from downstairs as Rainbow will get docked back up to full health, and a little bit of overload on that health bar as well. We're waiting for the execute to see what Vicious exactly wants to do. They're starting to get aggressive again. Rainbow with a mad flurry of spray from the SMG-11. Not going to make much contact. He's going to peek again. Going to catch quite a few bullets. The Toxic Babe going to come out. It's not going to work as Doodle will escape. Hyena finds a kill on the Talon. Drip follows it up on a Rainbow. It's a 4v2 as all they have to do is hold on to Glitch as well as Chef. Chef going to come massive though. That's going to be 2 kills from the hatch. I thought he was upstairs. What a frag fest. It's down to just Doodle and Rexin. Not much health on Doodle as he's going to be holding the stairs, or excuse me, he's going to be holding from... Oh my gosh, what an angle from Rexin, excuse me. Rexin going to go 2 with well. Vicious coming back. 1-1 is the scoreline. Excuse me, Doodle was actually downstairs by Clasham. I thought that this was him holding the top of stairs, but no, it's going to be Rexin. Top of stairs, finding both of those frags. Toon Squad gonna slip up just at the end. Almost a massive play there from Chef, but it's going to land on deaf ears.
Yeah, very impressive. You very rarely see the angle that he was playing go in favor of the defender playing from down below. But really the player that I'm most questioning on that defense was Talon playing on the smoke. You saw he did throw out that gas grenade, but it was way too late, right? At that point, you've already expended your C4s. You've already expended your Evil Eyes. That clearly didn't work out for you. Now's when the smoke needs to step up and deny that plant. He was just a little bit too late. And then as soon as it went off, he went for that vault and just vaulted right into the sightline of Hyena, who was playing the hatch up above. Bit of a questionable play, bit of questionable smoke play by the Pro League veteran. But you know what? Everybody has bad games. Maybe the calls weren't quite there for him. Whatever it may be, it's still a 1-1 scoreline. You're not looking too bad. It used to come back here because honestly, until it started to fall apart, until that plant went down, it wasn't a bad hold from Toon Squad.
Well, if we do a little bit of theory crafting here, and we think about just how Smoke played that, right? If we think about how Smoke played that, he doesn't dedicate that smoke because he goes, okay, it's too late. We have, you know, Maestro to try and do some damage, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get that many ticks off to kill him or stop the plan, all right? So we're going to keep my utility, okay? Doodle rotates up. Chef gets those 2 frags, all right? So it's 2v3 situation. Smoke's still alive. He smokes the hatch off. And that would actually have either killed or done enough damage to where Doodle would not peek back into it, because as everyone knows, those Toxic Babes last for 10 seconds, and all you have to do is deal with the person aiming down the stairs. You don't have to do that. You smoke off deep inside of a classroom, or actually you only have to smoke off the opposite door. He either has to jump down from hatch or try and fight his way through that smoke with minimal health. You can just defuse the bomb.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just, the smoke's got to do something, right? He's either going to deny the plant with the smokes, or he's got to live so that he can do something late game. He just died, right? And that's not what you want to be seeing from your player, of course. But try it again, though, and they have swapped up their lineup a little bit. They've taken off the Doc, the propulsion's been retracted, and they're going to come out with the other ACOG operator, the Echo, being played. This one's going to be from Glitch, so a couple of roles being swapped around. Looks like they're going to be moving the Maestro over away from him. And so we'll see if this works a little bit better for them. It's a little bit more plant denial, right? You're going to be playing this a little bit less aggressively. I don't know that I necessarily agree with this, just because Chef was so successful playing with that ACOG, but I suppose he still has an ACOG. He's just gotten a little bit more utility for it. So in the basement, the plant denial can be really, really important. At least they're changing something up. Maybe this could work out for them a little bit better. Minute 30 to go, and not a lot going on yet.
If Maestro and Echo are both on the board, you play Maestro and Echo. They are the lion of defense. I mean, really, think about that. They have the most denial out of all the defensive operators. It's insane. They can really just do whatever they want. But I bet Chef is really wishing that he was Doc right now, because he has absolutely no health, and a reset really isn't worth it anymore. Only going to bring you back up to 20 HP since that last update. But speaking of health, Doodle has none, as he will get taken down. No more hard breach for the offense. It's going to be all left up to the soft breachers. A little bit of utility removal, as well as some smoke arrows and a couple of asphyxiating bolts on bombs. And then they're more or less looking for an error right here. Drip's gonna actually stick it. Will he get it though?
Oh,
he won't. It's gonna be the last second. I mean, that was just apples to oranges right there. I mean, just a sliver. Like, okay, do I stick it? Do I try and go for this? See if I can possibly get it, or do I pull off? Probably should have pulled off there, but it's going to be a full send from Vicious. I mean, what else would you expect? Bombs is actually going to hop up behind the bomb of sight. Hyena's going to get echoed, and oh my goodness, the trade's going to come through. Bombs onto Rainbow Factor onto bombs. Hyena onto Factor. Talon onto Hyena. It's trades back and forth, but the defense is going to come out on top. It's going to be all left up to Rexon to try and clutch this up. He's going to start things off right. Talon going to get taken down. No more Nitro Cell use. That beef will just fall. Will get taken out. Rexon's going to try and stick the defuse here. Is Chef going to move up? He has very minimal HP. The plant's going to go down. He's trying to stick it, and Chef going to land the shots on Rexon. Rexon will not be able to make any contact and take down Chef. And that honestly could have been very winnable right there. He was able to get that kill onto Chef. All it is one last kill, but actually, no, I take that back. Echo was rotating up the hallway. Would have been a very easy kill. Unless we had some crazy flick. I mean, we've seen it before. It can definitely happen again.
I think the biggest thing there was you saw the difference. The smoke actually denied the plant. This time Talon threw out in just the nick of time. Certainly redeemed himself in that sense. Throws out that gas grenade, able to get the kill. The plant doesn't go down. From that, it sort of spirals out of control for Vicious Gaming. Yeah, they get a lot of trades back and forth, but ultimately, Toon Squad looked in control of that round since that point forward. Great job by them. They were able to take the lead once again. One on that basement site, and now surprisingly, it's an option for them. They could go to tower. They swap it up. They move to Kids Dorms.
Kids Dorm is probably one of my favorite sites on this map. I don't like downstairs just due to the fact that you're more or less banking on the fact that the offense messes up. I don't like sites where you have to have the offense mess up. You know, because the thing about downstairs is it's like, okay, we just have to contest this guy and make sure he doesn't get the bomb down. So we're just going to pick up every piece of utility that's denial and just pray to God that this doesn't happen, right? That's really at the end of the day what downstairs is. I was just something magical happens, like Chef getting that 2-piece, but again, nothing came of it. So I like this site a lot more because there's many more options to what you can do. You can hop out of windows, you can get aggressive downstairs, you can rotate easily. Whereas downstairs, it's quite difficult if done incorrectly. You're basically just banking on the fact that the offense will somehow mess up, and that is not something that you want to have happen.
Certainly, the offense, I mean, if they can bait out all your utility, then it's basically free. Once you have no ability to deny that, if the offense is playing their cards right, you know, you should be able to win that. And as I said, it's not the easiest thing in the world to bait out all of that utility and play it perfectly, which is why we still see basement being won by the defenders more often than not. But yeah, you are relying on the attackers not able to execute that strategy. So we'll go upstairs, and Toon Squad looking pretty good here. Still a 5-on-5, just about a minute into this round, but the fact that they can rotate to all these different bomb sites, keep changing things up, keep Vicious Gaming on their toes. They really can never be too confident on which bomb site they're going to be attacking. Yeah, you won tower one time, the one time you played it, round number 1, but it's round number 4, why not just change it up? Who cares? We're clearly confident on all the bomb sites. So Toon Squad, I really like to see this flexibility from them. The operator lineup they brought, I think, suits this bomb site pretty nicely. It's interesting they've got Chef on the Pulse, which is not an operator you see a ton on this bomb site, but if you're going to have somebody roaming down below, Pulse not a bad one to do it with.
Vicious going to be taking their time here and playing the information game that we've been harping on basically the entire time you and I have been casting. The offense has really been lacking on doing that. On most sides, we saw Sonics do pretty well with it. Disrupt, not so much, but I mean, they won that entire game off the back of their defensive plays. So a little bit left back into it. Speaking of letting things back in, bombs will not be able to get inside the building. Glitch going to get taken down, but Hyena's going to refrag onto Chef. Things will get equalized here, and that's going to be no more Nitro Cell, all except for Valkyrie on the defense, but no more smoke or asphyxiating bolts for the offense, so not going to be able to move out people from behind those shields. We are going to be breaking that minute marker here. Rainbow trying to play the long angle from Attic. So far, this roam game, not too effective, but do have bombs down. Could come in effect later. Drip is trying to decide if he wants to swing this window or not. There's actually no one dedicated inside of Kids Dorms, so he could definitely just try and full send it. And Doodle's actually going to take down Talon. Glitch is either down or has so little health I can't even see it. Speaking of no health, Rainbow's going to have none of it. Drip going to take down him and actually land on top of the main stairs. What is the man doing? It's Doodle. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta take a nap, you know? Sometimes you just gotta take a nap and people walk right into your lap, and that's what happens. So Vicious gonna find yet another round here on the offense.
Keeping it exciting, you know, this is what I like to see. Back and forth. 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, and now 2-2 is the scoreline. Perhaps that bomb site swap up not the best idea from Toon Squad. Didn't really look like they had everything figured out. similar to how they did on the rear stage watchtower. So they'll go back to here now. Might be a little bit worried that they sort of outsmarted themselves. This bomb site, they look really good on in general. The tower and the fact that they had already won it once, maybe should have just stuck to your guns, stuck to what you know works. Regardless, they'll go there for round number 5, and hopefully things can turn out a little bit better. But, I mean, so far, they have not been playing poorly. They've still got that laundry for round number 6, too, should they need it, because I think they looked really good on that the second time they defended it as well.
It's just very weird, right? I mean, that round in particular was very weird. Just hear the fact that they really didn't have a foothold on site, you know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden, there was just kills. Like, kills just ran through the kill feed. You're like, okay, what really happened there is just one frag led to just 3. Is insanity, and we really didn't get good vision on that either. I mean, we knew that there was an established angle over on kids' windows, and we also knew that they had double lockdown. I think that things really rode off the back of Doodle pushing up white and just no one countering that on the roam game. I mean, Jaeger tried to rotate upstairs, but then you just have Doodle literally laying on his back on the top of white. He thought he was a dead body, but that dead body had a gun and shot him in his face. So you really hate that, you know, when you're just working in the morgue and the bodies shoot you in your face, and you just, it's not a good thing. Not a good thing. But
when did Rainbow Six get zombies?
I don't know, man. Zombies mode coming over to Rainbow Six apparently. 2-2 right now is the scoreline, but honestly, I think this adjustment from Vicious Gaming to play for the execute and not try and deal with this roam game, quite smart, because them dealing with the roam game is what's punished them so far. They have to go back and attack the tower once again. Let's see what adjustments they're going to try and make.
So far, not a whole lot going on for them. Of course, doing their droning job, but there's a lot of roaming potential coming up from Toon Squad. Again, you've got Factor playing that Vigil, and again, you've got Chef on the Pulse. Also, of course, the Jaeger being played. So there's quite a few operators that can really pull a sneaky on you and flank around from behind. Do things that oftentimes people wouldn't necessarily expect when around. But they're starting to make their way into the construction. Drip started it, decided to back off. Wasn't what he was looking for. And this is what I'm talking about. Okay, here, Rainbow playing up in T3. He has been so difficult to get out of this position. It doesn't look like there's a lot of resources from Vicious Gaming that are actually being placed towards him. So maybe not something that he's going to be able to be effective on here. But he has been so incredible. Last time when they were playing against Our Bad, he didn't even put his ADSs up there. He played without any utility on T3 and got like 2 kills for free. This time, I mean, it's tough to see. We'll have to see him look around. He's placed with his ADSs, but I'm not sure that he has any up there with him. It wouldn't surprise me if he was up here with, okay, he does have 1 this time, but we've seen him defend from this position and be completely free despite the fact that no utility is being used on him.
Once again, tower defense going to be selected by Toons, and you're going to see Factor take down bombs. And the thing that this tower defense is so good at, especially from Toons, is the lane. You guys see how much time is left on the clock. It's 57 seconds, and Vicious don't even have a foothold anywhere. Not a single place. There's just a bunch of pre-fires going through a softball. Speaking of pre-fires, Doodle's going to find Rainbow. But this is going to equal things out. That's actually going to be T3 control. He's going to try and burn this ADS out, but Glitch is ready for him to try and swing the window, and that's just going to be easy pickings for him.
Oh.
No, actually, Doodle going to be able to survive, and that is going to be the one bad thing. Oh my goodness. The kill feed right now is all blue as Vicious is going to ride the waves. Rexon saying, let me drive the buck. They are going to pick up round number 3 for their scoreline.
That is not a gunfight you should be losing. You need to hit the shot. He's vaulting in the window. You've got an ACOG trained right at his head. That one hurts. Glitch, he's going to be sort of facepalming after that one. I mean, yeah, the rest of his team fell shortly after, but oof, that one hurts. They're gonna go back to laundry supply room, and I think this is the right call from them. Kids not working. Tower the second time seems like it might have been figured out a little bit by VG. So moving over to the basement. Of course, they lost it in round number 2, but I think if they play it the same way they did in round number 3, which they're not, okay, they are. It looks like from Chef, it was just a 6-pick to try to make the enemy doubt where they're headed. Going from the Dock over the Maestro. The Maestro makes a whole lot more sense. You got the smoke, you got the echo. As you mentioned before, you can bring all that plant denial, you can bring all that information, you bring it.
Bring it. And honestly, I would bring the Valkyrie as well. I mean, you get the Nitro Snow, you get all those Valkyrie cameras, and you already have cams on site. You can dedicate those around the entire map. You can literally just be like, hey, I know exactly where every single member of Vicious is going at any point in time. And that's the beauty of having that amount of information. Information has been a meta on the defense for so very long, Corn. I'm just surprised that more teams, when that's available, don't play it. Because honestly, you have that natural stuff with the Nile, you have all of these cams, and that's really all you want. If you have the information, you know what people are going to be pushing, you can counteract that immediately, you know? So very easy if you have that amount of information. Now they have plenty right here. I mean, they have Chef on the Maestro, they have Glitch on the Echo. There's not too much more you can ask for, except, you know, maybe if you want to toss a couple of black eyes in there.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't think it's too terrible. They don't have it. They probably think they already have a lot of information. Maybe they don't necessarily need it. If Factor's a little bit more comfortable playing on the Jaeger, I say let the man play what he wants, because he has been one of their best fraggers on the team. So I think giving him that carbine is going to be certainly quite a big help. And Valkyrie, the gun, probably not what you're bringing her for most of the time. But we'll see how it ends up going for them. The fact that they're bringing so many anchor operators means it's probably gonna be Factor all alone. You could play the mute up here, but oftentimes people like the mute by the shotgun by the stairs, and that's exactly what Talon's doing. Yeah, have that shotgun down the stairs, leaves Factor a bit alone, and leaves him a little bit vulnerable if they choose to push him. Oh, sorry, Chef is actually up there with him. So you've got the Maestro. That's great because he's got the ACOG, but it's a little bit risky. If he goes down, that's no more plant denial from those evil eyes. So it's a little bit worrying, but clearly almost being rewarded. Sees Doodle run right past the sightlines, but just can't get that kill.
This is going to be a very easy round for Vicious if they're able to hold this cross through Kitchen. You guys saw Doodle rotate over there, at least his silhouette rotate inside of Kitchen, and he opened up Pantry. And that's going to do is going to isolate both of these operators, Maestro and the Vigil, or excuse me, the Jaeger, into the back stage area of Meeting. And if they try and rotate up, they're just going to catch bolts from Kitchen. They have to try and win that gunfight. So it's just going to be burning utility from the offense on this main stairs in order to make this work. You have that entire rotation parameter cut off. That's what we talked about earlier. That's why this side is so hard. You can't rotate safely. Bombs can have the initial frag. That's going to be Factor over inside, and Palms with yet another. Chef going to eat a couple of bullets right to the face. That's going to be the removal of him. So no more evil eyes on deck for the defense. Just vision from them, from those two dead ops.
Really important that he's able to take down those roamers, and really the attackers don't lose anything for it. Bombs took about half his HP, but really that's a trade he'll be quite happy with. Now the plan's going to start to come down. You can see Doodle has made his way on top of the washing machine. He's going to want to try to plant that bomb when he gets the opportunity. He's got a lot of utility thrown towards him. He does not have a lot of HP. It's just going to be somebody peeking him. Rainbow gives him a bullet to the head. However, it does get traded off because he had to push so far forward just to get that kill. Don't think he's too upset about it, though. You still got player advantage. Or sorry, you don't have player advantage, but you still did get that plant denied. You've got two more men to try to deny all the four. Oh no, Talon dying for so long, and it looks like he did be able to get that kill, but Talon, the last man standing, one-on-one. He's gonna glitch a little bit on the staircase, but he won't be able to win it. Rexon just wins it based off the gunplay. Round number 6 goes in favor of Vicious Gaming, and it's gonna be 4-2 moving in a half swap.
You want to say it again? Do you want to say it again?
No, I won't.
Let me trap the buck.
Stop. Stop.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Look, dude, like, that's one of my favorite parts about casting, man. When you can make relevant memes inside of your shoutcasting, like, oh man, it feels so good. It feels so good. Anyways, moving on from that fact, it appears to me that Vicious is just playing for execute. Even on those tower takes that they had, that initial one was not very good. They figured out exactly what the strategy was. They play 3 people downstairs, hold 2 inside of sight, 1 on tier 3 and then 1 on tier 2, or tier 1 playing the staircase. It just depends. Usually they have one of the people from downstairs playing that tier 1 staircase area, and then just have tier 2 and tier 3 covered by the others. But biggest thing about that is like, okay, well, all we really have to do is kill the 2 people inside of tier 3 and tier 2, and then we have complete control. We don't have to worry about anything. So Doodle is able to get both of those frags initially. They try and rotate up. All you have to do is isolate the staircase. At that point, you get the free plant, and that's a W. The very next round, they do the exact same thing. All of Factor barricade themselves inside of Meeting. That's not what you want to do on this site. If you want to have a roam game, you have to have a roam game. Extended roam game does not work any other way, because if you try and put people inside of Meeting, all they're going to do is make that angle inside of Kitchen. Once they establish that angle, they're going to make you burn your utility. You're going to have to try and fight through angles you don't want to fight through, and then in that instance, at least, you're going to have Hyena remove your head for you, or excuse me, bombs.
Certainly, and I think one of the big things about this team, when you asked me if there's any standout players, I said everybody is a standout player. And when we saw the scoreboard right before this round started, that was definitely reflected. The kills went 4-4, 5-5-5, so even, and everybody is up there putting in the work. Who put in the most work last time? Well, it was Bombs. He got those early 2 kills. So what happens the round after? Bombs plays the Vigil. Bombs is going to get his first choice in Operator. He's going to be able to play the more aggressive guy, where the people who didn't frag off, well, they get demoted to playing the supports, right? They get demoted to cams, as it said. So, I mean, this team, they're very, very flexible, and it seems whoever is hot in the moment, whoever's the guy who's really hitting the shots at that very second, is going to be the guy who they trust to be able to hit the next shot, right? So if somebody's having a bad day, if Doodle, he wasn't doing so great earlier on, he was playing the supports, that's fine, you know, somebody else can.
Ooh.
Maybe won't be Bombs this round, though. We'll see what Operator plays next time, because, well, he didn't do his job this time.
You've been demoted to Doc. That's what's going to happen. Speaking of which, Drip is going to be removed. Factor able to find that frag, and that's going to be 2 early picks for the side of Toon Squad. Looking like a little bit of a flip-flop here. This looks exactly like the previous rounds here for Vicious, at least. But their kills were very, very late in the rounds. Once again, they were playing for that execute. If somebody made an error, then they were able to pick up an early kill, but nothing really happening so far for them this round, at least for Vicious Gaming. Rest of the ops are on site. You still have Doodle with all of the smokes. Hyenas playing that Aldo with Maestro. We'll see if they're going to be able to get a couple of picks here in order to turn this one back around. But so far, it appears that Toons are going to slow things down. Try and play the drone game. Get that secondary drone coming in. Trying to find any sort of information. This nade is possibly going to make contact. Not going to make too much, though, as, oh my goodness, almost a kill right there with the skeleton key of Rainbow. Actually, an impact from Doodle is almost going to kill himself. Factor will take down Rex, and that's going to be yet another kill on the Ash. He's been finding so much success so far this round.
Kid Storms just doesn't seem to be working for either team. Finally, something goes in favor of Vicious Gaming. Hyena through the floor, or sorry, not through the floorboards. He comes downstairs, takes the fight straight into Rainbow in the kitchen, and now pushing forward. Factor to make sure that Doodle will not survive. It'll need the ace from Hyena, who's going to come up around and start getting on this retake. Not a chance, Chef says. Down the hallway, Hyena will fall, and the Toon Squad start to climb back to score 3.
Wow. What a round by Factor there. I know we touched on him the last game that we casted them, where I said, look, if Factor's hot, he will definitely deal a lot of damage. And that's exactly what he's doing right here, showing a little bit of that gun skill off, baby. So, excuse me. Actually, yes, Vicious are the ones that are really going to be having to be wary here. They don't want to let this lead slip just yet. And they're actually going to go back to Kids Dorms once again. Valkyrie and Maestro selected. No Echo, possibly a 6 pick here. They might want to just try and play this slow, play the turtle, bring a little bit of more denial utility. I know I'm saying that about Vicious. I can see you up in the Skype call right there, shaking your head back and forth. I know it's Vicious Gaming. I know. But more than likely, they're just going to switch up operators and who's playing them to the people that do have the hot hand at that moment. And that's one thing I can respect from Vicious Gaming. If someone has the hot hand, they give up the operator that they want most and allow them to perform to their maximum potential. And that's what's gotten them so far through Challenger League.
Certainly, I think that's correct. And I don't love that they keep on coming back to Kids. Why are they going to Kids? Well, because it's Vicious Gaming, right? They don't want to play these operators who just sit on cams and go for plant denials. The style of play you need to defend the basement is not the style of play that they like to utilize on Vicious Gaming. So they're going to come up for the second time on the Kids Dorms, and they're just going to do the same thing they did last time. They're going to keep playing these aggressive operators. They're going to keep taking risks. And they're basically just thinking eventually it's going to pay off for us. We've got the round lead. You know, some point in time, we're going to win our gunfights, and that's all we're going to worry about. We're just going to bet on the fact that we will win our gunfights more often than we will lose them. We'll play these aggressive operators. We'll play the sites. They play it really weird. You can see it's got drip down in the kitchen. So it's an interesting strategy, not one that you see most teams utilize when they're defending up top, right? It's a lot of utility, a lot of effort being put into this kitchen hold, and so what that allows them to do is play it a little bit more aggressively, right? You've got the Valkyrie down there, you've got Bombs down there on Vicious Gaming, and they can have a little bit of safe house for these roamers to back up onto all 3 of the roamers who can back up and have a good place to hide should they need to.
I'm really enjoying this setup from Vicious Gaming right now. They're playing a little bit of a turtle downstairs, but if you guys saw, Drip has a Valkyrie camera inside of the drone hole that faces the backyard, and I guarantee you that those top windows are double punched in order to allow people to hop out.
Oh yeah.
Gonna try and make the aggressive player. If they get this pick, expect rotates. Nade gonna come out. It's going to fall onto Bombs, but only 25 HP removed from him. He's gonna get droned out once again, but Bombs isn't scared. He will continuously challenge it. I mean, that is Vicious's namesake. Is, oh, you got information on me? Cool. Let's get in a gunfight. Come here. Come here. Let's fight. That's all I want. That's all I want. Over and over again, and that's what's won them so many games. Is just riding off of that gun skill. Hibana gonna use 2 of her charges to get Kitchen open. There's gonna be no more bodies inside of they're all going to rotate back, go up through attic. They had this established actually, but no rotation through attic, so they're actually both just dedicated to big tower right now, as quite a bit of time has been wasted. Half of the round wasted on getting these bodies out of Kitchen. Not too much damage dealt, but lots of utility. A nade off the board, as well as 2 X-Kairos pellet sets.
It's a bit of a different roamer strategy we're seeing come out with Vicious Gaming. I like this adaptability from them, right? Taking it hard to the enemy, getting aggressive, taking these gunfights wasn't working all that well, so okay, we're just going to waste time, right? We start with the same setup, but this time we're going to fall back. We're going to make you waste all this time. There's a minute into the round and nothing has happened. Usually that's not the way that Vicious Gaming play things, but it's so good for them in this situation because the attackers have been worried about Kitchen. They've been worried about everything. They've been worried about taking down Bombs, apparently, with a combination of Rainbow and the Fire Arrow being able to take them down. That's going to make them into a player advantage. So great, you were able to stall things out as the roamers, but now this push is going to come in, and yes, you have the advantage because you wasted so much time, but you still need to be able to hold it down for players to do so, and it'll be up to them to hold things in the last 30 seconds.
30 seconds, as you said last time. Factor coming up massive. 4K fashion is Doodle's gonna go for the peak. Chef will take him down. Drip will get the refrag though, as I believe he hopped outside or checked the window. No, he checked the window over on bottom of Big Tower. Factor yet again gonna find two quick headshots, and Rainbow over on the other end will find Drip inside of Meaning, and that's Toon Squad all over again as they pick up yet another round.
This is apparently the same team who could not shut down Yeti and Modiga and Spades on Clubhouse for the life of them. They were struggling so hard with the roamers. What has happened? Vicious Gaming isn't supposed to be the team who struggle with the roam play. Vicious Gaming is supposed to be the team who, you know, lets their roamers get taken advantage of and lets the aggression come to them. Toon Squad have been looking so much better than they did in that first matchup, and Vicious Gaming are really struggling. I think a lot of people, when they saw this matchup, they thought, maybe like a 7-2, a 7-1 for Vicious Gaming. It's 4-4. This is so winnable for Toon Squad. They've successfully won on Kids twice, and they've forced Vicious Gaming to change their play style. They say, no, you go to the basement. You're going to play operators like Clash, and you're gonna have to swap things up and play things the way that, well, you maybe aren't so comfortable doing it.
Oh my goodness, Factor.
That's
Double
nuts.
digit kills for A Factor right now. And we're only on round number 9, ladies and gents. So the man is putting the team in the backpack, trying to find those frags on Ash, and he's doing a great job of it right now. So tip of the cap to my man over there. He is playing, sadly, my main operator. Please don't R6 tab me, because I'm an Ash Jaeger main, and it's very sad because people are like, oh, you know, he's a caster. He probably plays like Black Sops. No, I play fragging operators, and I do great at it. That's what I do. I having a little bit of an error here on my end, and
Uh-oh. Looks like we've got a bit of a technical issue here, people. Are we back?
Back. Wait,
I'm coming back.
My clean feed is loading back in, and we're back. So a little bit of error over there on our spectator, guys, but we're back. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Everything's okay. Lots of supporting ops selected this time around. We got the smoke. We have the Clash. We have the Maestro, and kind of a strange setup right now. We have Hyena playing main stairs, and we also have someone T3. That's going to be the Jaeger. So I'm going to refresh and hand this over to Corn Pop so I can read name.
Yeah, Toon Squad have done a great, like, this is an attack that they should be very familiar with because they have been very used to playing people in tower when they defended the basement. This is where they were able to put a lot of people upstairs. They were able to keep their Jaeger up top, and he lived for so long in their matchup versus Our Bad in week 1 where they played on this map. So I hope that they're going to be able to know how to counter this. This time it's actually the Maestro being utilized as well, sitting in tower. So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit maybe more aggressive, which you'd probably expect from Vicious Gaming. But all in all, I mean, the way that they're playing this Clash is very interesting as well. You see Bombs playing inside of the meeting hall, pushing forward outside, just looking at the front door, looking at the hatch that the attackers are trying to play around. And there's not a lot Toon Squad can do other than just accept the fact, like, okay, hey, you know, we're going to be looked at by a Clash for this whole game. They started to open up Kitchen, which I think is going to be really important to be able to shut that down. But again, Clash plays her positioning right. She should be able to survive here.
I really like this play by Vicious with this Clash, as you said, because they have to respect her being there. That's the one thing about Montang and Clash. If you do not respect them, you look away for too long, they whip out a pistol and they shoot you in the side of your head. That's exactly what happens. You have to respect that pressure. Drip moved up with bombs, looking to get aggressive. Bombs is going to keep rotating back to this angle to see if someone's holding it, and if Factor falls off, he's going to allow Drip to rotate up. Drip's actually going to drop off. Bomb's going to continue to apply this pressure. No, actually, Drip is still upstairs. Stun grenade coming in from Factor, but it's not going to do too much. He's going to try and shoot around the shield once again, but to no avail. Plenty of time being wasted here by the defense. You guys have not seen a single dedication from Talon or anyone trying to bait out any utility just yet. It's going to be a smoke bomb going down. They're going to get rid of the Evil Eye, but they know that the dedication is coming. They still have one inside of Closet, as a Toxic Babe will get thrown out, but I don't think it's doing any damage. No, it's not. The diffuser has not started going down just yet, though. Talon will rotate back up the main stairs. One more Toxic Grenade, but 30 seconds left. Talon going to dedicate himself. Factor will finally get bombs, and the bomb will go down. Actually, no, he's going to hop off, as Talon will actually go down by one of those death balls of Doodle. Factor is going to pick up the mantle as he starts to get the bomb down. Chef will find 2. Will he be able to go massive here? Nitro Cell going to fall on deaf ears. Chef with 3. Is he going to be able to find 4? It's all left up to Hyena. And once again, no, he's going to be able to take him down. Hyena takes down Chef. The stun grenade actually going to stun himself in Rainbow onto Hyena. Toon Squad with yet another offensive round here in the dying seconds as the bomb goes down.
Couple things. A, Chef is nuts. That was...
We're going to circle that one on the notepad. All right.
Put that down. And then the second thing, Bombs, what are you doing? Okay, I love the strategy. You're playing the Clash, you're playing a meeting hall, you've got this big shield, you can't die, and you put it on your back and you lose your gunfight. Wait a minute, what? I mean, that's not what's supposed to happen, right? You've got a great opportunity where you can just sit back and you can apply this constant pressure. I was thinking to myself, how on earth are Toon Squad going to crack this? Because are you going to send people all the way back around to tower? Are you going to keep trying to play this kitchen angle that Factor has gotten zero luck from? What are you going to do? And it's just given away. Bombs lets his shield down. He pulls out his gun. I guess thinking he can go for a flank, but man, if he had just stayed committed to holding that shield up above him, keeping himself safe, just protecting the roamers back behind, I felt like that could have been a completely different story on the side of Vicious Gaming, but as it went, they've given up the lead 5-4. Only one more round are needed for Toon Squad to deny Vicious Gaming their next win. And that would be 2 games in a row that Vicious Gaming have not been able to collect a W on. 2 games that they have been predicted to win by a lot.
Honestly, I don't think either of us thought this was going to be the closest game that we had tonight.
Not a chance.
Not a chance. Oh. And so far, it's been knuckle dragging throughout the entire thing. Very, very bare bones, at least. I mean, they're just keep swinging blow for blow back at each other. So, yeah. I think the standouts for me right now for Toons are going to be Factor and Chef. I mean, I understand that they're getting the information for them, but you still have to win that gunfight, you know? It's insane. So, very good play coming out from both of them, and I mean, you can't discount what VG is trying to achieve here either. As you said, they had a very good strategy set up there with the Clash. I think it was just a little bit of miscommunication. They needed somebody to rotate back upstairs with him and get aggressive with him. Again, Clash is the person, just like Montang. They pull in all of that aggression. They're the one that gets aggroed on. Allow that to happen. Let somebody rotate up. You have gunners on that entire team. Let somebody try and get some frags on the back end.
So Bombs goes from one Shocky operator to another. It'll be the Bandit that he moves over to. Still sitting in the same situation. I mean, he's going to make it a little bit more difficult if Talon wants to open up from kitchen. He's going to need the help of Glitch or something to do so. It doesn't look like he's wanting to do any sort of tricking, and that's a very difficult spot to do Bandit tricks just because you can get pushed from the main room. Maybe not the easiest thing to push in anyways, but he doesn't want to mess with that. He's just going to put the Bandit batteries down. Still got 2 in his pocket, so should they get deleted, as they just do, he can put them back down. But, no. Is he going to get it here? Yes, he will. He gets 2 of them at the very, or 4 of them at the very least. 2 will explode, but that's not going to be a huge angle that they have to worry about. Still, Factor's not going to matter too much. Going to fire a couple of bullets forward, but at the moment, not able to find anything. Again, this time at least Factor doesn't have to deal with the Clash on the other side of it.
That is true, and big thing right now is the fact that Talon did not expend 2 exothermic charges there, so he still has 1 in his pocket. They can try and get wider angle open, because I don't think that you're going to kill anybody on that quick of a vision of them. I mean, average reaction time is 0.24 seconds. So I don't ask why I know that. I have stupid facts in the back of my pocket, but that does not give you near enough time unless someone is just absolutely powder drinking G Fuel. I don't really know. Factor gonna try and full send it. Doodle will put him down though. Is it yet another one be dedicated? It's a flurry of blue. Rainbow will finally find a kill for Toon Squad, but it's gonna be to no avail. The man is all left alone. VG is all over the entire map, and he is locked down. All user down. He's locked inside a closet. 30 seconds left on the clock, and they know exactly where he is. Should be an easy kill, and Drip too hard. Defense right now for Vicious. Drip will secure that last kill, and it's again blow for blow between these two.
You know, sometimes your team leader says, we're just going to go, we're going to push it, and boys, this is the send. And I think it's important to follow through with what your team leader says. You know, you want to be coordinated. Toon Squad, one of the most coordinated teams, I think, in the league. So they can act as a unit. But sometimes you just hit a brick wall, and Vicious Gaming, a couple of C4 kills, a couple of just bullet kills, and yeah, they'll shut down that aggression. Nice and easy. And it's going to be 5-5 Stokes. We're getting real exciting here. Round number 11 coming up in the next 3 minutes or so. We're going to know who cannot lose this matchup. And yeah, Toon Squad and Vicious Gaming barreling towards a tie. Very important that Vicious Gaming were finally able to get around on the board, shutting down that win streak that Toon Squad are starting to rack up. They had gotten 3 in a row. That, of course, being a response to Vicious Gaming's 3 in a row. So if we continue to see the 3 in a row streak, that means that Vicious Gaming are looking at 7-5. But, you know, who knows at this point in time. It's anybody's game. What bomb site did they choose to go to, by the way? Is it Kids?
They actually went to Kids, and I was actually just about to bring that up. Toons has found a lot of success attacking this site so far, especially off the back of Factors. Factors has been that X factor the entire time that they've been attacking this site. I'm sorry for the pun. I do apologize. I really don't apologize. But I mean, he really has been. He's been that man to hop inside a site, find these frags. That's not supposed to happen. He literally just jumps in. This has been both times. Hops inside a double windows and just shoots people in their face. That's it. Like, there's no strategy behind it. He just jumps inside of the site and shoots people in their face. That's all you want. That's all you want from your fraggers. He gets that little bit of information and executes on top of it. So we're going to see if that is going to strike for a third time, because both of the times they've attacked this site, they've found success. See if it happens once again. They have basically the exact same lineup they've been rocking this entire time. Talon on the Hibana, Rainbow on the Buck, Chef on the Capitao, Factor on the Ash, and finally Glitch on that Thatcher. Kind of comical that Glitch is the one playing Thatcher with namesake, right?
I like it. You know,
like it as well.
Activating drone.
We'll see that. They've looked, as you mentioned, very, very strong pushing onto this bomb site, and I don't expect anything to change. There's a bit of a change in strategy coming out from VG. They've brought that Rook, of course, from bombs. Sometimes you'll see that means that they're going for a spawn pick or something, and they might have been, but it didn't pay off, whatever it was. Looks like he was just peeking outside of the kitchen into the dining hall, but a great opportunity for the Buck to shut that down. Rainbow, as he's called, able to be get that one and put his team in a player advantage, 5-on-4. Again, though, the fact that he's on Rook, not a huge loss. Of course, you lose that ACOG, you lose that great gunplay, which Vicious Gaming really thrive on, but it's not the end of the world. You still got your important operators, you still got your guys who can hold down the bomb site. The thing is, that's not where this team strives, right? Vicious Gaming, they need to get these early kills. They need the roamers to pop off because their gunfights are just so important for them. Should they have to anchor on kids' dorms, they just haven't proven to be so successful there. So we'll see. It's the same double Hibana strategy that they've used to clear out the kitchen. It looks like everybody has backed down in there. So again, a lot of time wasted, about a minute left to go on this clock, but you've already lost a player. There are 5 boys who are going to be barreling in towards your bomb site sometime in the next 65 seconds.
I think the biggest thing for me, and I hate to kick a man while he's down, but why would you continue to put bombs on Rome if he's not finding success? He's bottom of your leaderboard. You guys are known for your flexible roster. Put somebody else on that ACOG downstairs. Find some success, because right now bombs is not the answer for that. Hyena, the final one with the Alda. It's going to be Chef. Chef finding so much success so far. Rainbow going to get taken down as well by Drip. Might be able to find another one. Going to get in the gunfight here. Will he find success? Yes. Talon going to go down. And Drip going massive here. Falcon Factor on the hunt. Glitch, though, will be able to find Drip. That's going to eliminate all of the roamers downstairs. It's going to be a 2 versus 3, but Hyena and the rest of the gang of Vicious are ready for this one. 20 seconds left. The option is going to be going up the main stairs. Plenty of toxic babes left in the closet. There's going to be enough to lock everything down. Rexon's going to drop the hatch and go on this rotate. They're ready for it. Hyena might get flashier. All the utility dedicated. He's going to find one. Will he find two? Factor down. 3 versus 1. And yes, Hyena will take down Glitch as he pushes through that smoke. The gas mask of Thatcher will do absolutely nothing. No filters inside of that mask as he will breathe in all of that toxic fume and also eat a couple bullets to the chest.
Solid play from Hyena. I mean, that's just textbook play. You'd flash the enemy team already, and at that point, they're just going to run right on in. They wasted a little bit too much time, and if anybody could have done that, it was Glitch and Factor. I had full confidence that these boys, they can make it happen, but it's not to be. Today, Toon Squad will not walk away with a W. The question remains, will Vicious Gaming, because again, they lost their first matchup of the night. Organized Chaos were able to take it to them, I believe, 7-3. So not looking too hot in their first matchup. Vicious Gaming, it's at least going to be closer than that one. They're at least going to get a tie, and then the question remains, will they be able to get the win? What I'm worried about is now, because of the bomb site rotation, they have to go to rear stage watchtower. And yeah, Toon Squad started on this bomb site. They love it. But VG are not Toon Squad, okay? And they have been shying away from this bomb site as much as possible. They have yet to defend it. They went kids, laundry, kids. It's, well, we'll see how flexible this team really is. It wouldn't surprise me if they're going to just put everybody onto fragging operators. More or less, that's what they've done. And then they just go hard.
Where did bombs end up? Okay, how does he get... This entire team is around promoting people to different roles. You get initially fragged, and then like,
yeah.
Hey, you know what we're gonna put him on? Jaeger. Like, what?
Yeah,
what?
No, that doesn't make sense.
Vicious Gaming is breaking my brain right now. I don't know if Bomb was like, look. I could have gotten that frag if I was on Jaeger. They're like, all right, bet. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, that is what this team is known for. You know what I mean? They're like,
yeah.
Look, if they make a crazy play, we promote them to Doc. That is where the meme came from. Thank you, Easily, for that meme. That is what this team is known for. And they're just threw that out the window like, yeah, if you want an op, we'll just give it to you. Like, and we're actually gonna have what? Factor? Hello? Monka S? Why are we playing the G36C? No, don't do it. Don't do it, not now.
He's been so successful.
He was doing so good with the R4C, and he switches to the ACOG of the G36C. You hate to see it. R.I.P. to the true Ashman. Anyway.
Abandoning his morals.
Abandoning his morals. You have to have morals if you're an Ashman, dang it. Have to have morals, and he's not going to have any as he just disregards 1X gang of those Ash members. R.I.P. to our fallen soldier. But minute expanded here by the defense. Offense getting what they want truly right now as Toons is looking for a foothold on the side, really just trying to figure out how they want to initially take this. Again, we talked about how successful they had been on holding this site. That one area, that one round where just that flurry of kills really messed them up. You kind of have to disregard that because that is just more or less a blunder by the defense. I mean, stuff happens. It's Rainbow Six. You know what I mean? So disregard that. They have a very good defensive setup, so they should know how to attack this. This is one of those moments where it's practice what you preach. If you know how to hold it, you should know how to attack it.
Certainly. They're taking their time with it, so it might be a little bit of a later push. They get a lot of utility or information up on that T3. They need to know how much utility they want to expend. Okay, here, there's a deployable shield. Well, we can take that out with utility from Talon, right? Those lifelines can deal with that. We'll see who ends up taking the first kill of it. Out through the window, though, it'll Factor who falls. He gets the kill for it. So ultimately, the worst case scenario, that's a trade. And he's probably in a position where it looks like Chef is going to be able to run around and pick him up off the floor. So unless there's a run out, which is very possible, again, you're playing Vicious Gaming, they should be able to pick Factor up from off the ground. And there he will be standing up with 20 HP left to go. But 45 seconds, a man up, as you said, practice what you preach. This is something you should be very practiced in.
Here's what they are going to be doing. So, and this is the one thing about Vicious Gaming that Toons is so ready for, and it's for everybody to put their face in everything and peek. Talon gonna find Hyena. Will Talon be able to find 2? An impact grenade gonna come out, gonna do a little bit of damage to him, but not enough to be fatal. Diffuser is downstairs in the hand of Chef. As Chef will find one, Factor will find yet another. It's gonna be all left up to a 1v5, and we're on a one-way train to a tie, ladies and gentlemen, as Talon will finally get taken down. 15 seconds left. The Diffuser still in the hands of Chef, as he will go downstairs to plant the bomb. He's actually... What? Doodle could have won the round right there. Oh my goodness, a little bit of misinformation. Did not hear that Diffuser going down. Someone from Hatch. Doodle's going to find yet another. Will he be able to clutch up? There's no way this happens. Toxic Babe going to come down. Will it make contact with Glitch? No, it won't. All the smoke grenades dedicated from Doodle. He's going to go for the counter defuse. Glitch has to dedicate himself. He's going to pop up. Will he be able to find the frag? Oh my goodness. Oh, a little bit of a blunder, a misplay, and Doodle going to lose the fight to Glitch, as it's going to be a tie between Toon Squad and Vicious. What a game between these two here on Oregon.
Doodle, he missed 2 shotgun shots in a row. That's point blank shotgun. Stokes.
That's where you go to your bathroom and you throw up. Like that, like honestly, like look, this is what you do when that happens. You Alt F4, you right click and you click uninstall. That's what you do.